after Kāśīraja, the king of Kāśī, is killed by Krishna. Yes. So, Aditya Prabhu, can you read first two paragraphs? And after that, Manish Prabhu can read.
When Lord Krishna returned to the city of Dwarika, all the Siddhas from the heavenly planets were singing the glories of the Lord as far as Pauṇḍraka was concerned. Somehow or other he was always thinking of Lord Vasudeva by falsely dressing himself in that way, and therefore Pauṇḍraka achieved Swarupya, one of the five kinds of liberation, and was thus promoted to the Vaikuntha planets, where the devotees have same bodily features as Vishnu, with four hands holding the four symbols. Factually, this meditation was concentrated on Vishnu form, but because he thought himself to be Lord Vishnu, it was offensive. After being killed by Krishna, however, that offense was also mitigated. Thus he was given Sarupya liberation, and he attained the same form as the Lord. When the head of the king of Kashi was thrown through the city through the city gate, people gathered and were astonished to see that wonderful thing. When they found out that there were earrings on it, they could understand that it was someone's head. They conjectured as to whose head it might be. Some thought it was Krishna's head because Krishna was the enemy of Kāśīraja, and they calculated that king of Kashi might have thrown Krishna's head into the city so that people might take pleasure that the enemy was killed. But it was finally detected that the head was not of Krishna's, but that of Kāśīraja himself. When it was so ascertained, the queens of the king of Kashi immediately approached and began to lament the death of their husband. My dear lord, they cried, upon your death we have become just like dead bodies.
Yes. Thank you. So here it is mentioned in the previous paragraph that Pauṇḍraka achieved Sarupya Mukti because 24 by 7 he was remembering Krishna's form. Although he was offensive, by Krishna's Sudarshan, his offense was mitigated and he attained Sarupya in Vaikuntha Jagat. And now here in second paragraph, we are seeing how after Krishna killed Kāśīraja, the king of Kashi, all the wives of Kāśīraja, they began to lament and they got very upset. And after that, what happens? Let's see further. Yes, Manish Prabhu, please read next two paragraphs.
Hare Krishna Pranam Prabhuji. The king of Kashi had one son whose name was Sudakṣiṇa. After observing the ritualistic funeral ceremonies, he took a vow that since Krishna was the enemy of his father, he would kill Krishna and in this way liquidate his debts to his father. Therefore, accompanied by a learned priest qualified to help him, he began to worship Mahādeva, Lord Śiva. The Lord of the kingdom of Kashi is Viśvanātha, Lord Śiva. The temple of Lord Viśvanātha is still existing in Vārāṇasī, and many thousands of still gather pilgrims still gather daily in that temple. By the worship of Sudakṣiṇa, Lord Śiva was very much pleased and he wanted to give a benediction to his devotee. Sudakṣiṇa's purpose was to kill Krishna, and therefore he prayed for a specific power by which he could kill him. Lord Shiva advised that Sudakṣiṇa, assisted by the Brahman, execute the ritualistic ceremony for killing one's enemy. This ceremony is also mentioned in some of the tantras. Lord Shiva informed Sudakṣiṇa that if such a black ritualistic ceremony was performed properly, then the evil spirit named Dakṣin, Dakṣiṇāgni, am I right? I don't know,
Yes, Dakṣiṇāgni.
would appear to Okay, would appear to carry out any order given to him. He would have to be employed, however, to kill someone other than a qualified brāhmana. In such a case, he would be accompanied by Lord Shiva's ghostly companions, and the desire of Sudakṣiṇa to kill his enemy would be fulfilled.
Yes. So here we are discussing how after the lamentation of Kāśīraja's wife, their son Sudakṣiṇa takes a vow to worship Lord Shiva, get benediction, and revenge his father's death, Kāśīraja. And Lord Shiva, because Lord Shiva is also known as Bhutnath. He is the lord of all the hobgoblins, ghosts, and black magicians. So Lord Shiva gave the idea that if you perform certain black magic ceremony, bhoot pret, tantra mantra se, then what will happen? You can invoke a demon, a black spirit known as Dakṣiṇāgni, and that Dakṣiṇāgni will kill everyone except a qualified Brahman. So in that way, you can take revenge for your father's death. Like that, he gave idea to whom? His devotee Sudakṣiṇa, and and Kashi. Kashi is the abode of Lord Shiva, Vārāṇasī, and Viśvanath. So who is Viśvanath? Lord Shiva is the Viśvanath. So that's how, because Lord Shiva is a demigod, he has to give whatever the worshipper asks in return of his worship. So because and that's why you will see most of the demons, they are demigod worshippers, because they know if you want to kill Vishnu or destroy Vishnu, then you have to take benedictions from demigods, Brahma, Shiv, Durga, etc. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Then Prashant Prabhu can read next one paragraph, and after Prashant Prabhu. Okay. Before that, Manish Prabhu, do we have Akshat Prabhu also?
Prabhuji, he is ill and he is not
Oh,
with me.
okay, okay. No worries. No problem. We'll pray for his good
Suddenly he
health.
fainted and
Oh,
thank you so much,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
No problem. Actually, nowadays the weather is also very bad. Here also in Pune, many devotees are falling sick. So, but definitely we'll pray for Akshat Prabhu's good health. So, um, Prashant Prabhu can read next one paragraph, and Dhruv Prabhu
Yes,
can read next two paragraphs.
Hare Krishna. When Sudakshini was encouraged by Lord Shiva in that way, he became assured that he would be able to kill Krishna. With a determined vow of austerity, he began to execute the black art of chanting mantras, assisted by the priests. After this, out of the fire come a great demonic form whose hair, beard, and mustache were exactly the color of hot copper. This form was very big and fierce. As the demon arose from the fire, cinders of fire emanated from the sockets of his eyes. The giant fairy demon appeared still more fierce due to the movements of his eyebrows. He exhibited all long sharp teeth and striking out his long tongue, licked both sides of his lips. He was naked and he carried a big trident which was blazing like fire. After appearing from the fire of sacrifice, he stood wielding the trident in his hands. Instigated by Sudakshini, the demon proceeded towards the capital city Dwarka with many hundreds of ghostly companions, and it appeared that he was going to burn all outer space to ashes. The surface of the earth trembled because of his striking steps. When he entered the city of Dwarka, all the residents panicked just like animals at the time of a forest fire.
From forest fire, I just remembered the fire which happened in Los Angeles. You might be aware, शायद आप लोग ने न्यूज़ में देखा होगा, how the forest fire became went out of control and it destroyed crores and crores of rupees property, not rupees, dollars property, and it killed so many people. So that is the power of material nature. If material nature gets angry upon us, it can create havoc. So when that fiery demon, entered the city of Dwarka, all the residents panicked, just like animals at time of forest fire. So in forest fire, what happens? The animals, four-legged animals, they run away. But the snakes, the poisonous snakes, they cannot run because they crawl on their stomach. So all such poisonous snakes, they get burnt away. So they are destroyed completely. So here it is mentioned that that demon which was invoked by the black art of chanting mantras and yantra tantra, it went with so many hobgoblins to attack Dwarika city, and Lord Shiva personally sent them on the order of his devotee Sudakṣiṇa, and it started creating havoc in Dwarika Dham. Now let's see what happens. Yes, Dhruv Prabhu can read next two paragraphs.
Hare Krishna. At that time, Krishna was engaged in playing chess in the royal assembly, council hall. All the residents of Dwarika approached and addressed him. Dear Lord of three worlds, there is a great fiery demon ready to burn the whole city of the Dwarka. Please save us. Thus,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Sorry, that internet had some issue, so I got dropped out. Might be network issue, right? So, welcome back, all devotees. Yes, Dhruv Prabhu, please continue. Thus, after approaching, वहां से पढ़िए.
thus, after approaching Lord Krishna, all inhabitants of Dwarika began to appeal to him for protection from the fiery demon who had just appeared in Dwarka to devastate the whole city. Lord Krishna, who specifically protects his devotees, saw that the whole population of Dwarika was most perturbed by the presence of the great fiery demon. He immediately began to smile and assured them, don't worry, I shall give you all protection. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is all pervading. He is within everyone's heart, and he is within that the fiery demon was a creation of. He is with out also in the form of cosmic manifestation. He could understand that fiery demon was a creation of Lord Shiva, and in order to vanquish him, he took his Sudarshan Chakra and ordered him to take the necessary steps. The Sudarshan Chakra appeared
Hare Krishna. Sorry, some network issues there. Let me share one more time. Yeah, please read the Sudarshan Chakra.
the Sudarshan Chakra appeared with the effulgence of millions of suns, his temperature being as powerful as that of the fire created at the end of. Sorry, Prabhu. Cosmic manifestation. By his own effulgence, the Sudarshan Chakra began to illuminate the entire universe on the surface of the earth as well as in outer space. Then, the Sudarshan Chakra began to freeze the fiery demon created by Lord Shiva. In this way, the fiery demon was checked by Sudarshan Chakra of Lord Krishna, and being defeated in his attempt to devastate city of Dwarka, he turned back.
Yes, thank you. So here it is mentioned that Krishna invoked Sudarshan Chakra, the fiery weapon of Lord Krishna, to kill the fiery demon of Lord Shiva. And in this way, what happened? That fiery demon got defeated and it went back to Kashi, the city of Kāśīraja. Problem with such kind of black magic is अगर वो अपने टारगेट को मारने में फेल हो जाता है, let's say it is not able to kill the target, so person who has invoked the target, invoked the demon, he will go and kill that same person. So now what happens? Let's see. Okay, so again we'll go in round wise. Aditya Prabhu, Aditya Prabhu, yeah, please read.
Having failed to set fire to Dwarika, he went back to Vārāṇasī, the kingdom of Kāśīraja. As a result of his return, all the priests who had helped instruct the black art of mantras, along with their employer Sudakṣiṇa, were burnt into ashes by the glaring effulgence of the fiery demon. According to the methods of the black art mantras instructed in the tantra, if the mantra fails to kill the enemy, then because it must kill someone, it kills the original creator. Sudakṣiṇa was the originator, and the priest assisted him. Therefore, all of them were burned to ashes. This is the way of the demons. The demons create something to kill God, but by the same weapon, the demon themselves get killed. Following just behind the fiery demon, the Sudarshan Chakra also entered Varanasi. The city of Varanasi had been very opulent and great for a very long time. Even now, the city of Varanasi is very opulent and famous and is one of the most important cities of India. There were then many big palaces, assembly houses, marketplaces, and gates, with very important large monuments by the palaces and gates. Lecturing platforms could be found at each and every crossing of the roads. There was a treasury house and elephant heads, horse heads, chariots, granaries, and places for distribution of foodstuff. The city of Varanasi had been filled with all these material opulences for a very long time. But because the king of Kashi and his son Sudakṣiṇa were against Lord Krishna, the Vishnu Chakra Sudarshana, the disc weapon of Lord Krishna, devastated the whole city by burning all these important places. This excursion was more ravaging than modern bombing. The Sudarshan Chakra, having thus finished his duty, came back to Lord Krishna at Dwarika.
Yes, Hare Krishna, thank you. So here, if you recollect, Amrish Maharaj also faced similar problem. When he was trying to serve Durvasa Muni, he got so angry with Amrish. He took out the hair from his head and produced a fiery demon. You remember the pastime of Amrish and Durvasa? And finally, what happens?
Yes.
Lord Sudarshan,
Yes,
I mean, Krishna's fiery weapon gets activated and he kills that fiery demon and runs behind Durvas. And Durvasa had to fled for his life throughout the universe. He went till Brahmalok, Shivlok, Indralok. Nobody could save him. He went to Vishnulok, Vaikuntha Jagat. There also he was not given forgiveness. Finally, when he went to the lotus feet of, when he took shelter of Amrish Maharaj, he was forgiven. Otherwise, Sudarshan was going to kill Durvas Muni. So, Mare Krishna Rakhe Krishna Mare ke. Krishna wants to protect his devotee. There is no power in the world who can harm Krishna's devotee, and vice versa. You see Prahlad. Prahlad Maharaj was put in the fire in that boiling pan with his aunt, है ना? Hiranyakashipu's sister, and she had a benediction. और वो साड़ी पहन के वो जब बैठेगी तो क्या होगा? सब कुछ जल जाएगा लेकिन वो नहीं जलेगी. But then what happened? That sadi and that lady Holika both got burnt into ashes. But Prahlad को कुछ नहीं हुआ. And that's how we celebrate the festival Holi. Hanumanji, Ravana put fire on the tail of Hanuman, and Hanuman used the same fire to burn the whole Lanka, the city of Ravana. So we see that is the power of Krishna and Krishna's devotees. Right? Many pastimes are there. So we should always remember that whoever is engaged in Krishna consciousness, Krishna is always there to protect him in every possible way. I just gave few examples. We can give so many examples. With Pandavas, they were put in Varnavat, Lakshagruha. Whole house was made of wax. You put one matchstick and it will burn into ashes. There also, Lord saved his devotees, and there was no injury to the Pandavas and Kunti Maharani. So here we are reading after killing Sudakṣiṇa and all his priests. Lord Sudarshan came in the city of Vārāṇasī and destroyed the city completely, devastated the city by burning all the important places. And in this way, it finished the duty and came back to Dwarka. Similarly, Hanumanji devastated whole Lanka, burnt it into ashes. Not completely, but at least a good part of Lanka was burnt to ashes. And he went back to his lord, Sri Ram, at Rameshwaram. So it is the duty of the disciple, it is the duty of the devotee to protect the name, fame, glory of his beloved Lord. And for that, we are ready to go to any extent. And that's what we learn from Sudarshan, we learn from Hanumanji, and we learn from Amrish, Prahlad, and so many devotees. Okay, last paragraph. This narration of devastation of Varanasi by Krishna's disc weapon, Sudarshan Chakra, it's transcendental and auspicious. Anyone who narrates this story of, or anyone who hears this story with faith and attention, will be released from all reactions to sinful activities. This is the assurance of Shukdev Goswami, who narrated this story to Parikshit Maharaj. Yes, जो कोई भी इस कथा को सुनेगा या बोलेगा, क्या होगा? वो सारे पापों से मुक्त हो जाएगा. He will get freed from all reaction to sinful activities. ये शुद्धदेव गोस्वामी का प्रॉमिस है परीक्षित महाराज को. Thus ends the second volume, 11th chapter of Krishna, Deliverance of Pauṇḍraka and King of Kāśī. Okay, so tomorrow we'll begin with very interesting chapter, Deliverance of Dvivida Gorilla. Dvivida Gorilla is coming from Ramayana. Those of you know the pastime of Dvivida. Who is Dvivida? He was one of the intimate associate of Hanumanji in Ramayana, and he was helpful to kill so many generals of Ravana's army. But then he had a problem with Lakshman, the brother of Lord Ramchandra. Because of that, he could not go back to Saket Dham along with all other monkeys, and he had to stay back in this world till same Lakshman comes in the form of Balramji. Jamvan, Jambatji,